I have never seen Logan Airport this empty before. I'm going to Asia on Cathay Pacific and going to Hong Kong. This will be far and away the longest flight I've ever been on, 15 and a half hours, which is too bad because apparently ultra long haul starts at 16 hours. So maybe if we're half an hour late, I can get the street cred. But this is the last flight out of the airport. TSA is bizarre. They just closed the pre-check line. When I showed up at the regular line, they were just like, hey, this guy's pre-check. And just kind of made do with that. But yeah, the only thing's my flight, but they did make an announcement that there's a full flight, which is rough if so. Also, I am piloting a mic. I hate it already. It's so cumbersome, but I want to be able to respect Asian public spaces when I'm there and be able to speak quietly. So all that to say, it will not make this production professional enough to warrant narration or expertise. And with that,
he doesn't have narration or expertise, and he's not like Paul or Jeb who can do this with ease. And now it's apparently too late to abort, so it's apparently a trip report.
there it is. This is going to be my first time on the A350, and it is really a gorgeous plane. You can see here's all the activity, all the people at the Cathay Pacific area. One thing that does give me hope though is that apparently Cathay Pacific was ranked the world's best economy class by someone important. I think all of the restaurants and shops in the airport are closed, but I did see some people taking advantage of the insane White Castle vending machine. I think I will not be taking advantage of this. I will say I am wearing sweatpants, and I know that our transportation secretary will not be a fan of that, but it's a 15-hour flight. You gotta prepare. Okay, that was really weird. They announced Group 0, which I didn't even know there was a Group 0. That's really interesting. And then there was a long pause, long wait, and then suddenly they announced Group 4, which is my group. But this line is insane. So I'm gonna use the bathroom one more time because I just, you know. So here's the terminal. The line goes all the way back here. It is interesting that this to me is far more daunting than a much longer trip on a Greyhound or Amtrak would be. I don't know, on those you're still in the real world. You're still getting out every once in a while. You can walk around and whatnot. This is just, you're just stuck in this plane. You're stuck in this seat. All right, here we go. Those biometrics, no boarding pass required. This is so crazy. This is so exciting. This plane is packed. It is so busy. It's gonna be a long 15 hours. We've got an amazing A350 window here. Probably using that at some point. It's kind of a couple tray table components here. This goes like that, and then there's this mini thing that this is kind of a device holder, I think, and then another cup holder. We got a bottle of water, which is really nice, but I really shouldn't drink it too much for bathroom purposes. Some really nice headphones.
Cabin crew boarding complete.
Blanket and a pillow, and then we've got entertainment. Interesting to see the flight map is kind of laggy. This is cool. We got a camera, tail camera. I'm not sure if it works. It just fades to black, unfortunately. Lots of CDs.
Is it your bag?
Lots of shows.
Transfer here, right?
And presumably lots of movies. So I don't think we'll be lacking for entertainment. Nice, pulling out 7 minutes early.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot.
All right, we're getting pretty close to takeoff. There's an in-flight magazine, which is very cool to see. Here's your safety card. Oh, cool, there's a watch together thing too. If only I knew people on this plane. All right, goodbye, America. Man, I gotta say, this plane is shockingly quiet once we get going. So there is Wi-Fi. You have to pay for it. Looks like it's anywhere from 20 to 25 bucks, which for a flight this long, I guess it's reasonable. It's interesting how the fasten seatbelt sign is just like a screen. Everything's screens now. Everything's computer. There are also lights up there, but no individual air vents. So there's also an in-flight shop with a ton of Cathay Pacific merch. Oh. Wow, that recline goes far back. You are not left with a lot of room when the person in front of you reclines. That's, okay. Look, only 14 hours, 47 minutes. I can already anticipate the comments that are like, how long is this flight? But 15 hours from now, we're gonna land in Hong Kong and it will be 5 a.m. Right now, it's probably, 12:45 a.m. We've got 15 hours to go. I think I need to stay awake for a bit, right? If I stay awake, they're gonna serve a dinner anyway, then maybe watch some things, and then really I feel like I want to be sleeping in such a way that 10 hours from then will be 5 a.m. So I'm just looking through the audio things here, lots of classic albums, but I'm amazed that the Beach Boys pick is Smiley Smile. That is so deranged, and I kind of love it. If you've never listened to this album, it is just one of the most bizarre things you'll ever hear. And there's just like Good Vibrations in the middle of it. But okay, I'll show you all the things I watch. I think I'm going to start with this, because I've never actually seen this movie, and it feels very thematic. All right, we've got our meal. There's a chicken salad, bread, butter, some cheese, some ice cream for dessert, and then a couple options for the entree. I got the chicken dish. It's really nice, actual silverware. So the crew's been really nice. They asked the person in front of me to not recline, for the service at least. The one thing that's sort of disturbing is they keep saying good morning, and it's like, yeah, I guess it's morning, but I don't want to think about that. Here's the chicken. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a plane, so really not bad. And we have a nice antiseptic towelette to close off the meal. I can't lie, it was a little bland, but it's economy class, and you know, it was filling enough, so I can't complain too much. Gotta shut out the RTS. So I just finished the movie. It's excellent. And we have knocked out another hour. The flight path on this is really interesting because we're flying like over Greenland. We kind of go straight over the North Pole. I think I'm going to try to sleep or nap or something. 13 hours to go. I guess I'll update you when I wake up. I just slept for a bit, woke up, and I'm feeling antsy enough that I think I might be awake. So we're going to see how much time we killed there. Oh, whoa. Only 6 hours left. Wait, I'm kind of impressed with myself. That's not bad at all. Wow, we're in Russia. Wow, can't say that very often. Scrolling around to find a movie to watch. Look at that. You cannot have a plane without Devil Wears Prada. It is just impossible. Stumbled across another classic that I have somehow never seen. I think I'm going to do this one. Alright, that's all done. It was good. I think I still prefer Royal Tenenbaums as far as the Wes Anderson filmography goes. We are over Mongolia now, not too much further, a little under 4 hours. I think there's food on demand because the person next to me just got chicken delivered to his seat after calling the flight attendants. That's pretty cool. Oh my god, this is really, this is not the format to play this. Well, okay.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
My seatmate got up to go to the bathroom, so I figured it would be easier to go past just one person instead of two. Here's an example of why this is the world's best economy. It smells amazing in here. Like, I'm shocked and impressed. Wow, also look at this sink. You have such granular temperature controls. It's just automatic sink, but like, that is crazy. We just have to document that I'm addicted to this stupid Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. And I can look back on this later and blame this for if I don't get any sleep. It's all 2013 questions too. It's so funny too when you get these British-ass questions. I'm like, what is the sun? Well, it's a star. Oh, I guess it's also a newspaper. Like, okay, here's another one. Like the royal family foamers will know this, but I gotta ask the audience. Okay, there you go. This is a 50. What should we call 50-50? Oh God. Okay. I think we're on the million now. We can still have our phone a friend. And we have to use it because I'm bad with literature. Alright, Karen. You'd guess C, but you're not sure. Well, the literature foamers will be so mad if this is wrong. Oh, wow. Thanks, Corinne. We did it. Guess they're waking us up. Also, it's so loud to hear that. started dozing off, but the flight attendants very kindly woke me up for breakfast, and they were like, "Do you want the Western breakfast?" And I'm like, "No. You know what? No." So I'm going to expand my horizons. We're trying this minced beef porridge. No idea if I'll like this or not, but the Western breakfast was scrambled eggs, which I'm not a huge fan of anyway, so might as well try something new. It's honestly not bad. It's like about 70 minutes left. I think I'm going to try to catch some more Z's before we land, but I will say I think the breakfast was actually better than the dinner, which I never thought I'd say, but I quite enjoyed that beef thing.
The local time now is 3:50 in the morning on Thursday, February the 5th.
3:50.
On behalf of Cathay Pacific entire crew, thanks for flying with us. I wish you a great stay in Hong Kong and safe away journey. Thank you and good morning.
Surprisingly, the captain only made that announcement in English. There's no Chinese follow-up. There's the bridge between Hong Kong and Macau. It's the longest sea crossing in the world. Wow, I timed that really well. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in an airport. Footbridge.
Cabin crew, doors for arrival and cross-check, please.
Ooh, got a glimpse of business class here.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Can't believe we're here. All right, I have a connecting flight to Taipei because my goal of this trip is to visit Alina, who has been there for, gosh, like 8 months at this point, teaching English on a Fulbright scholarship. But that flight isn't for 15 hours. I purposely gave myself a long way over here. I'm gonna go film another video, and then I will see you back here for the A330 to Taipei. All right, I'm back. First of all, I never got to debrief the 15-hour flight. I hyped it up in my head. It was totally fine. I guess all those Amtraks and especially Greyhounds really prepped me for that. And it's kind of a miracle of modern air travel. You can be on a plane for less than half the time it would take for a Greyhound to get from Boston to Kansas City. You can go from Boston to a whole nother continent all the way to Hong Kong. I mean, that is so crazy. Is it the world's best economy? I mean, the food was not the best airline food I've had, but the entertainment was like the best I've seen on a plane. I mean, not only for the Western stuff, but there was so much international content as well. And the games and just the breadth of it was huge. I mean, what other plane can you listen to She's Going Bald by the Beach Boys on? And the seat was like perfectly fine. Like, you know, the amenities were really nice with the blanket, and the pillow was really comfortable. The free water was a nice touch. So it's the best economy I've ever been on. Now we're on a much shorter flight. This is an Airbus A330. It's 20 years old, I believe. It's an hour and 40 minutes, but it's a nice wide body plane. This is like an Asia classic. They love to throw wide bodies on short routes. So I'm curious to see what amenities we get on such a short flight, but it already is pretty cool that such a big plane. And this is taking us to Taiwan, so home stretch.
Doesn't have duration or expertise, and he's not like Paul or Jeb who can do this with ease. And now it's apparently too late to abort, so it's apparently a trip report.
I don't really know what's going on. There haven't been any announcements. There are people boarding. Oh, it says now boarding now. It said boarding soon for a while. And it says group boarding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am group 6. It's very unclear who is actually 3. I think he just said 3, but he's just kind of yelling it out. Yeah, they really are just kind of yelling into the void. Group 4, group 4. All right, I think it's group 6 now because everyone's going. There's the business class jetway, but we are economy class. Love these glass jet bridges where you can actually see the plane as you walk up to it. All right, so the A330, I believe, has one of Cathay Pacific's older interiors, and it's like these cloth seats. Oh, and you love these, the antimacassars. It's in a 242 layout. It's kind of a bizarre seat. First of all, there's safety card. Right now I look at the safety card. A barf bag, which I actually forgot to show in the last one. We have the in-flight magazine, and oh, headphones with the seat. I'm really impressed at that for such a short flight. These are the same headphones as the long haul one. There's a cup holder that comes down in an interesting way. And then the tray table, kind of flimsy, but you know, it's not bad. Co-hook there. And then definitely an older entertainment system, but can't complain. I mean, an hour and 40-minute flight, still having entertainment is pretty impressive. I'm not sure if this has quite the same selection as the previous one, but yeah, I don't think so. But again, shorter flight. I can only imagine this map is horrible. I mean, actually, you know what? This is kind of better than it was on the other plane. So 1 point to the A330 for that one. I think I slept through takeoff as I'm wont to do, but can easily wake me up with this, an actual meal on this tiny little flight. How amazing is that? This was quite good and totally unheard of in the US. I mean, you don't get this on a transcontinental flight in the US. Here, this is less than 2 hours, except we're in the air for an hour and 19 minutes. I mean, all right, we just arrived. I slept like a rock the entire time. Now, I'm about to see Alina. So if you're wondering what I thought of this flight, it's the flight that brought me to Alina. And therefore, it's a 10 out of 10.
2 weeks later.
Good evening from Taipei. I've now learned that the microphone can be attached by a magnet. So that's cool. I'm flying back to Hong Kong. It's the same flight, but it is on a different aircraft, so I figured I'd show it off. It's a 777.
Doesn't have duration or expertise, and he's not like Paul or Jeb who can do this with ease. And now it's apparently too late to abort, so it's apparently a trip report.
This airport seems to have themed gates, and this is the Glory of Sports Gate. But there were some other ones. There was an Eva Air one that was just trees, and it was like a big nature thing, and that looked really cool. This one, it's a little thing about sports. It's cool. It seems like announcements are not Cathay Pacific's strong suit, but there's just a huge group of people here all boarded up. They are yelling things from way up front. I don't know what they're saying, but they certainly aren't going onto the overhead. But I'm in boarding group 6, which I believe is the last one, and most people are still sitting, so I'll wait.
At this time, we invite passengers in priority boarding.
Oh, okay, so everyone is just up because they're antsy. They're boarding now. They didn't make any announcements because there were no announcements to make. Okay, group 6 has been called. It's 7:31, and the line looks like this. We leave at 7:40. Somehow I doubt we'll actually be leaving at 7:40. We're in. There's our 22-year-old Boeing 777. I believe the Boeing 777 is the highest capacity plane in Cathay's fleet right now, and also actually the only Boeing plane type that they fly in passenger service. The rest are Airbuses. 343 seating layout. Ooh, gosh, the seat's very comfortable. Gives a lot for an airplane seat. Kind of an awkward spot here with the window, but what can you do? This is 49A if you want to avoid booking this because of the weird window position. Interesting tray table mechanism. Nice tray table. I believe we're going to get a meal on this flight. There's also this little mechanism that comes out. Put water in there, you have a device holder. Here is your safety card. Got an in-flight magazine, which I guess is the same one. I don't know, is it? Have I read this? I don't know. The screen entertainment is so good I might not have touched this. And we get headphones. That is great for our entertainment. Which, is this a different system? This is like a different system, I think. We just had 3, or this might be the same one as the A330 we were on actually. I just slept on that flight, so I did not remember it. But yeah, I mean, the Cathay entertainment's very good. To be honest, I've been up since 5 in the morning, so I may well sleep on this flight too, but just giving you an idea. A little laggy, very laggy. Oh yeah, there's our camera. Unfortunately, no individual air vents. We have lights up there. How do you turn those on? Oh, use this, the button. Okay, that's cool. We're about 10 minutes late. Not too bad. Here we are, 4 minutes late, man. All right, back in Hong Kong. I fly back to Boston tomorrow, and that's in another A350, so it'll be the same experience. So yeah, I guess this is really the end now. Thanks, Plane Foamers. Girls' pajamas, instruction book, some storage spaces that I didn't use. I just made a big pile. And then one light, one outlet, and I have no idea what these two do.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
I'll use the toothbrush and toothpaste they gave me. Sorry, it's not a bathroom review as such. I don't know, it's fine. It's very imposing. Then you get a locker in the locker room. And that's the only thing your key opens is the locker. So you just put your stuff in here. And then the pods just open, with just a curtain separating between them and everything else. That was the sucky part, because there was a guy snoring all night. Rainy morning here in Tokyo, but, well, Chiba Prefecture, but still better than what the Northeast US has right now. I don't know what the hype is. It's just a hostel. There's a curtain, so you just hear the snoring. If you could like hole yourself up entirely, that would be fantastic. I don't know what the ventilation implications of that are, but that would be my vote for making it better. I like being in the pod, it's nice and big. And it was $98. $98 for a pod? I mean, look, the location's great. It's the only hotel that's just in the airport. So it's like, you know, an hour and 45 minutes from my flight right now. And I just kind of waltzed out of bed. But $98, and I did the slightly extra option that comes with a full breakfast. Yeah, full breakfast. They gave me a 1,000 yen Starbucks gift card. Like, it's more than what I paid for the privilege, so there's value. But like a Starbucks gift card. But why am I here? Well, Cathay canceled the original Hong Kong to Boston flight, pushed it to a Hong Kong to Tokyo flight the next day, then a Tokyo to Boston flight, but then that flight got moved to the following day. Cathay would not give me a hotel, so I just bought a hotel in Hong Kong, spent an extra night there, then came in here, bought the Capsule hotel. I don't know if JAL would have gotten a hotel or not, but I just felt like I had to get one because when you go to Japanese immigration, it is lengthy and annoying, and they need an address for where you're going to stay. I could have said I'm staying at the airport, I guess, and it would have been fine. Check out this rubber moving walkway. This is very fun to see one of these. Boom. Where was I? They were very nice. I actually sent someone to the Cathay Pacific plane just to let me know. They're like, hey, just so you know, there's no flight today. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But it was nice of them to send someone. So anyway, we're walking down. I guess we'll get out to Starbucks. And yeah, bonus JAL trip report, which is actually really fun. I love when these cancellations get you a new bonus airline. So it's apparently a trip report.
He doesn't have duration or expertise, and he's not like Paul or Jeb, who can do this with ease. And now it's apparently too late to abort, so it's apparently a trip report.
The way this flight got moved is interesting because it's basically become a red-eye. It's a 9:15 departure from here, 9:15 a.m. And then 13 hours later, we will get to Boston at 8 a.m. So my thinking was stay up all night here, making the hotel even less of a value proposition. But it was nice to have like a flat place to exist. I stayed up most of the night. And I'm thinking just get on the plane, crash, and in theory, wake up, and it's 8 a.m. and I just have a new day. It doesn't even have like pastries, it's just drinks. I think that's the Starbucks I'm meant to go to, but I don't drink anything that's not water. It's just drinks. They had some cookies. They had like little pre-wrapped cookies. Man, what a ripoff. I love, this is the most delayed flight I've ever had. Departure time 18:15, new departure time 9:15. It's so funny. I love how this departure board is organized by time, so it's literally just minus the 6:50 p.m. flight from last night, and it just starts up with this morning. Okay, I'm past security. There doesn't seem to be any Starbuckses. There's Tully's coffee, but there's a line, and at this point I think it's just, we'll just get a meal on the plane and just live with that. And I don't even know if I should have paid for that. Maybe I should have talked to the customer services. I was just focused on trying to get to Tokyo to spend some time there last night. But it's a weather-related delay, so I don't know how much JAL would do it. At least I am traumatized by how Cathay Pacific was so angry when I even suggested the thought of a hotel. I came up, I was like, I'm on the canceled flight to Boston. Like, okay, what do you want from us? And I'm like, do you have a hotel? And like, no, weather-related delay. They're so mad. So I don't really know. Just given the experiences I've had in each country, I would think that the JAL people would probably be nicer. But I don't know, at the end of the day, it's weather, so I don't even know how much I'm really owed, per se. But anyway, we got a rainy view of our plane. It's their One World livery. It's a unique livery. It's a 787-9. I'm amazed we get to try out another aircraft type on this long international adventure. And I'm really excited it's a new airline. I love that we get to just go back a totally different way, just for free. I mean, with a couple hotel nights, but I can't complain about extra time in Asia. This has been amazing. I will say it's nice to have any kind of spruce up on the JAL livery. Look at this. It's just a plain white plane with their logo in the back. If it was like just a red circle to be like the flag, that would be cool, but it's not. Not a fan, sorry guys. I'm interested in if this will be better because it has one more inch of legroom. It's 33 inches of pitch. And also they did a unique thing with the 787, which is usually a 333 configuration. They turned it into a 242 configuration, so one fewer seats and made the seats wider. So in theory, this could be very comfortable. So could this be the world's best economy? All right, we are boarding Group 1. It's 9:12 and the scheduled departure time was 9:15, so I think we might leave late. But hey, what's 20 minutes on top of 14 and a half hours, right? Ooh, boarding Group 5, which is very clearly the bozos because it's been Group 4 until like just now, and there's like no one left. Okay, I'm the second to last person to board the flight. Hell yeah, let's go. 242, just as they said. All right, it's a big tall window. Does the shader thing work? Yes. Yeah, I think. The seat doesn't really give as much as the Cathay Pacific ones did, but it's definitely comfortable. So a lot of legroom, got a pillow and a blanket and headphones. Nice giant tray table actually. And then we've got a barf bag, safety card, in-flight magazine, and then a shopping magazine. They're both very thick, but the shopping magazine being that thick is really funny. And Wi-Fi, 1 hour of free Wi-Fi, and then the rest is for a fee. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll try that, but yeah, it's nice. This is the Magic 6. Of course I go straight to the map. Nice, very browsable. Heading out about half an hour past the new scheduled departure time. Watching this very I don't know, it feels like 2013, the safety video. I don't know how old it is. Yeah, this flight attendant, that looks very, I don't know, am I crazy? It looks very early 2010s. More Sea-Tour things. There's an outlet beneath us. And then you can turn the light on. Turn the light on. Turn the light on. Okay. Can't turn the light on. All right, how about the shop? Oh, okay. All right, well, entertainment. These are like the classic airplane games. Wait, Bejeweled 2? No Bejeweled 2. That's too bad. The interface here is a bit clunky, but these are the movies, I guess. 72 pages of, are there no TV shows? Movies / videos. Why are there like multiple certain things? Well, good thing I'll be sleeping for most of this with any luck. Yeah, it's such a weird selection. It's not really in any order either. Like now we're in golf and then like JAL stuff. I guess maybe it's by genre. So much Survivor Season 48 Episode 1 and nothing else. Oh, and now we're in the TV shows. They can pad it out by just putting individual episodes as like movies. So 72 pages is really a misnomer. Okay, I'm gonna sleep, and then I guess we'll just see and hope that we wake up when the meal comes. I'm curious if it'll be breakfast or dinner. I feel like it takes forever to get dark. It's just, why did they feel like they had to get rid of window shades? That's too real life for you guys. They had to do a little button with a computer instead. All right, about 2 hours in, we've got dinner. It was beef or seafood, so I guess it's dinner. This is miso soup. I'm not quite sure what anything else is. The salad here. Here's what the seafood looks like. They call it the international cuisine as opposed to the Japanese cuisine. So I am being uncultured. That's good. I think this might be Cathay Pacific's food, actually. Yeah, I scarfed this time. This is the best food I've had on a plane this whole trip. Wow, something I enjoy as a non-dessert enjoyer is that they passed around ice cream as a separate thing. So I just said, no, I don't want ice cream. So I didn't have to waste dessert. I really appreciate that. I just want to check what's outside the window shading. So I guess I gotta go like this. the seat itself is a lot less comfortable. I'm gonna check how much time we have left to get disappointed. Oh, actually, nice. Also, that's not too bad. We're over the Northwest Territories is Yellowknife. Okay. So we're basically a transcontinent away from Boston. I imagine we'll get another meal, 2 hours before we land maybe. So I guess if I try to sleep for a couple more hours, that's not so bad. I guess I'll go back to that. My back really hurts. I don't know if that's the seat's fault, but I'll tell you, it's a way less comfortable seat.
Now it's time for a bathroom review.
Whoa, mood lighting. I love when they do that. But, it's not too bad. Oh, look at that, it's a Japanese toilet. It is JAL after all. Will it be heated? It's not heated. Alright, 3 hours to go. I'm gonna watch Sing Street because I'm tired. It's a good movie. Not to keep dissing this video player, but it's so laggy. And I keep trying to change the subtitle to English, and it won't. It's just Japanese. So I just not have any subtitles. I guess that works. Alright, breakfast is served. This looks good. There's some fruit, some yogurt, some bread, and apparently there's pancakes under here with sausage and mini hash browns. Unlike Cathay, there's no choice of meals for breakfast, but this looks good to me. Okay, I don't eat yogurt. The fruit was okay. The bread was fantastic. And now here are the pancakes and hash browns and a bit of broccoli. Why not? Nice. Alright, we can see it is snowy down there. Well, it's nice to see the good old Winthrop housing stock again. Alright, 8:26 and we're off the plane. JAL, and then down there, another JAL. That's probably a rare occurrence. I think it's just the other flight from the day before mine was also ridiculously delayed. Alright, welcome to Boston. I'm at this nice kind of working area here, Terminal E arrivals. So I guess since I've done both Cathay and JAL, I can do a Jeb Brooks style Cathay versus JAL comparison extravaganza. Okay, we're gonna do a Jeb score. Ground game goes to JAL because they actually make announcements. The seat goes to Cathay. JAL has more width and more legroom, but the Cathay seat just gives a lot more. I found it way more comfortable. The food goes to JAL. Cathay's food, it was okay, but with JAL I thought actually added flavor. In-flight entertainment though, 100% Cathay. Oh my god, the JAL entertainment was really lacking. I was surprised. And then the service, both airlines were quite good. As far as the on-plane stuff goes, I would give it to Cathay, but JAL was much better off the plane, mostly because Cathay screamed at me when I asked for the mere possibility of having a hotel. I do value the seat and the in-flight entertainment much more than the food. At the end of the day, if it's edible, it's edible. Like, I don't care that much. JAL does have great food, but a comfortable seat for 15 hours, I mean, that is like the most important thing. So overall, it goes to Cathay. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. I guess now I'm back in America, and I hope you enjoy the 2-year wait before there are any Asia videos.